What is up, my dudes? My name is Garrett, and welcome back to another C# Studs tutorial. This time we're going to be talking about if statements. We don't have a lot of time today, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the material. So, what is an if statement? Exactly what it sounds like. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're actually going to go to a flowchart here. So, this is kind of generally how an if statement is set up. So, the if statement checks if a condition is true. And typically, if it's true, it's going to perform an action. Or if it's false, it's going to perform an alternate action. So that's kind of what an if statement does. It checks to see if something is true or false. So I feel like the best way to explain this is within code. So we're going to go here to this form that I've already designed. We have just a simple text box, a button, and a label. So we're going to go in here and try to use an if statement. Basically what this program is going to do is it's going to check what we put in the text box, and we're going to click the button, and it's going to check to see if it says something. It's going to compare it, and if it says something, it's going to change the label to something else. So we're going to say, go to the button click event here. So this is how we write. So we do if condition. So we're going to say in this case if box1.text equals hello. This is how you set up. So if this inside parentheses, your statement has to be either true or false. This double equals this comparison operator. So we'll do text.1.text equals hello, so it looks for this exact thing. And if that's true, it's going to set the label text to hi. It's going to say hi back. I'm going to go ahead and run that. It's my first time booting it up in a while, so it may take a little bit. We're going to type hello into this. We're going to click the button. It says hi back. Very good. So another thing we can do here is if we want to add on this if statement, we can do something called compound. We do else if it says something else. Text says howdy. We can make this say something else. So label1.text equals howdy. Perfect. Okay. Basically what this does is whenever it runs the code, when you click the button, first it checks to see if it says hello, and then it checks to see if it says howdy. So if it doesn't say hello, then it's going to check to see if it says howdy. So we're going to run this real quick. Type hello just to check it, see if it still does it. Good. Now if we type howdy in here, it's going to say howdy partner. So what if we don't type anything? So I'm going to restart that. What if it doesn't recognize any of these? So if I type in, so our keywords are hello and howdy. What if I type in hi? What is it going to do? Nothing, because there's no code to say, hey, you should do this. So that's that. Compound. Also what you can do, tag an else on the end. Now what this does is, if the code doesn't trigger somewhere else, so if it doesn't recognize hello, or it doesn't recognize howdy, then it's going to come down to this else. And this else is basically like catch-all. So if it doesn't pick up on howdy or hello, it's going to say nothing recognized. So if I say like goodbye, it's going to say nothing recognized because it doesn't say hello or howdy. So those are the three things you can do with these if statements. It's if, else if, or else. If and else if are good because you can do as many else's as you want, but you can only have one else at the very end. If you want to do multiple ifs, you have to split those up. And then the last thing we have, let me add another text box on here. I'm going to show you what a nested if statement is. So this is text box 1, text box 2. Here's what we're going to do. So we have our original if statement. So if it equals hello, that's our first text box, which is this top one here. And then we're going to stick another if statement inside of that and check to see if box 1 text is also hello. And then based on those, we're going to say lib1.text equals. Okay. So again, this is called a nested if statement. It's called nested because one if statement is inside of another if statement. So what this is going to do is first it's going to check to see if hello is in the first text box. And if that's true, it's going to see if the second box, sorry, that should be a 2. If the second text box text also says hello. And if it is, it's going to say howdy. So we're going to test this real quick. So if I just put hello in the first text box but not the second, it shouldn't trigger anything because it doesn't pick up. Because you have to have both of them say hello. If I have both of them say hello, it says howdy back. So that's kind of what a nested if statement is. It's really not that hard. You just have to remember a nested if is an if inside of an if. So in order for this code to run, both of these have to be true. Anyways, that is our video on if statements. Please like and subscribe. We're still trying to get to, what do we say, like 1 million subscribers. I think we can get there. These videos are pretty awesome. And I hope you enjoy. And we'll see you in our next video.